Hello, my name is Jayla. Hello again. I will be talking today about the graphology field. If you don't know what graphology is, it is basically a study of handwriting, and it's used to determine a person's character. It's also used in the forensics field to determine if something is forged or not, or if, sometimes they use it on ransom notes to gain more insight on an investigation and the person that is writing the ransom note. Graphologists have been around for a really long time, since the 1600s. That was the first recorded graphologist, specialized book, and that was by, in 1622 by Camillo Baldi, and he was a doctor of medicine and professor of theoretical medicine. But the main, I think, with the biggest work of graphology writings was in the 1870s by Jean Michon, and he had a holistic approach to graphology and had a lot of writings about specific, the holistic approach, which is basically you can't pick out certain little traits inside someone's writing, and it has to be a bigger picture kind of thing, and all the little things tie in to make somebody's personality. So for example, when I was looking for research for this speech, I came across a lot of websites, and they would say this is how you read somebody's handwriting and stuff like that, and it'll be like how you dot your I's. If your eyes were directly above the stick, you're really organized, or if it's to the left of the stick, you're really a fast thinker. How you make your T's, it was saying that these little specific things determine a trait, and you'll have that trait. Now, that is it's a fun idea to entertain, of course, and it's an easier way to think about graphology, but it is not how graphologists really think about graphology, especially serious graphologists. So, Jean Michon is the guy I was talking about in the 1870s, the father of graphology, as I would refer to him as, talked about the holistic approach, which is the widely accepted approach. The way he started his work was the people he knew he would take their writing and analyze it. So it was people he was aware of, people he knew that he knew their character, and he observed the handwriting and things that he saw would quirks in each everybody's handwriting. He'd see them happen more in different writings, and he was able to write those down. And the people that had those specific characteristics in the writing also shared similar personal attributes about their character and stuff. So he wrote all this down into this book, and this is a really important reading for graphologists. To the vast majority of people, though, graphology is not, it's a pseudoscience, which is basically a fake science. Now, I don't know about all that. I don't know if it's real, I don't know if it's fake, but I think there is some truth to it, personally. There's a lot of scientists who have dedicated their life to graphology, and a big argument that they bring up, which really resonates with me, is that as a child you're taught all to write the same way, a standard textbook way to write. But as somebody gets older, the way they write changes. They get quirks, they get oddities in their own writing, and it's really specific to that person. So I think that would reflect some character, right? So I'll give you some examples about handwriting, and you can take it with you. You can read your own handwriting. The size of the handwriting can be a thing. Bigger handwriting usually reveals extrovert personalities. You're not afraid to have their ideas read. Small handwriting is a shy writer, usually can be a little self-conscious. Spacing, large open spacing, can mean an organized thinker. So I have an example. My friend Erica has really large spacing, as you can tell. See that spacing right there? It's really, really large spacing. She plans on going to law school, and she's an organized thinker, and she has that train of thought. So that's an example for you. Degree of pressure, usually really hard-pressed writing is something who has a lot of conviction of what they think. They're strong people. Light writers that have really pencil, thin writing, is usually a skilled writer. They don't feel they need a lot of pressure to write. Could mean the person is also soft-hearted or gentle. So I think these describe a holistic approach to it. It's not giving little itty-bitty letters that describe a trait. So those are some examples. If you feel free to read your own handwriting and have fun with it, it's fun. It is a hobby that you can go into. I'm really interested in it, and there's a lot of depth behind it, so thank you for listening.